Hello everyone. So today the results of CA final exams were declared, and there were quite a few number of people who qualified and became chartered accountants. Well, welcome to the fraternity. I warmly welcome you. And after you have qualified, there are some things and there are some analysis that I have done based on the results and based on the numbers that ICI has published this time. So I have with me a sheet of paper in which I have written all the detailed analysis, and I'll be sharing this with you. So this time what has happened is the total number of participants who took part in the CA final examination has reduced drastically. So last time where there were around 1 lakh 1,44,000 people who attempted the CA final exams. This time there were just 1 lakh people. So yeah, it has reduced one third drop in the CA final participants. So when we see this, what we understand is the revenue of ICI has gone down, and okay, that's one thing to say it. But another thing is that the trends are showing over the period of time and over the period of last three attempts that the number of people who are attempting CA final are declining, and that's why the results, that the percentage that you see on your screen, cannot be taken as the actual fact. So last time while we were talking about it, so in May 2019, there was a pass percentage for both the groups of around 13.13%. So that percent has been consistent with this time's percentage. This time there is 13.4% for the both group participants, and the total number of people who qualified last attempt were around 15,000 people, and this attempt they are close to 9,400 people. So yeah, even the percentage is equal. The number of students who have qualified have reduced. So next, moving on to the next point. The next point being the comparison between the new and the old. So for this attempt, for every new person, the person from the new course who has qualified versus the person who have qualified in the old course is 1:3. So as you can see, this trend was almost the same in the previous attempt, but in the previous attempt what they did was there were pretty much more people who were in the old course. So that can be taken as a positive step. So since ICI is planning to take down the old course in November 2020, so they are trying to qualify as many chartered accountants as possible, and we can clearly see the trends here. Okay, so that's about the today's result. The second is when these kinds of results come out, what happened in the last campus and what is happening, what will happen in this campus is the total number of students that are going to sit in the placement drives, or if you compare the data from previous year's November attempt, the total number of people who have qualified are exactly almost the same. Last in November 2018, there were 9,243 chartered accountants who qualified, and in November 2019, which was the current result, there are 9,446 chartered accountants that have qualified. So they are pretty much almost the same. And since the last placement figures are not officially published by ICI, I won't be talking about that. But for this November attempt, for the last year's November attempt, ICI has published it, and the details that I have is around from almost everyone who qualified had given their registrations for the campus placement. There were around 9,011 total candidates that have registered, and then there were 6,600 only who participated, and out of the 6,600 that participated, only half of them, that is not even half, around 3,180 students were able to get a job. So when we talk about getting a job, there are two things that I take into consideration: getting a job and getting a job that satisfies your soul. So getting a job is something where you are getting paid for let's say 5 lakh, 6 lakh, 6.5 lakh. That is just getting a job. And believe me, more than 60% of the population was falling in this category, and there were around only 700 people who were able to secure a package of not the fixed amount, a package of more than 9 lakh rupees. So that's an alarming number. And since the May attempts figures are not out, There was an estimation that around out of the 14,000 people, around 35 or 3600 people were placed in the big and the small campus. However, there was a third campus that was held by ICI, and those numbers are not yet out, so I cannot comment upon the total number of students who were placed there. So when we see all these trends, what are the things that we should consider, and what are the things we should be taking into our consideration and thinking about it? The first is, with over 9,000 chartered accountants qualifying and not from the previous attempt, there are people who have still not got the jobs. So the people who want to apply this year, the freshers, and the people who qualified in the previous attempt are still not able to get a job, it's getting tougher. So the number of vacancies are not increasing in the economy. As you already know, the economy is not flourishing at the moment. We are at slowest growth in nearly 44 years. So probably, as per my estimation, the total number of jobs are not going to increase. They are going to be pretty much consistent, and that's why the feeling that I have is you have to act fast. So if you're waiting for campus recruitment, I think you should reconsider your thought. You should think about going off campus. There are various benefits of going off campus also. I'll be discussing that in my later videos. Today, this video was just to give you an insight about the number of people who have qualified, and how tough a competition would be ahead of you for getting jobs. So my serious advice to you would be to start brushing up your LinkedIn profiles, to start thinking about preparing your resumes, and to start finding all those relatives or friends who had been nabbing you or nagging you from the past every time your results were out, that I need a referral from you. Go find them right now. This is the time, because the total number of vacancies are not going to increase, and please do not wait for the campus. For another point that I'll be wanting to highlight here is all those students who have given multiple attempts, and all those students who have no knowledge about, let's say, GST, or no knowledge about Ind AS, etc. My serious advice to you would be, find a course. Find a course that gets you the knowledge about it, because in the interview, if you go inside the interview room and say, sir, GST was not in my syllabus, or Ind AS was not in my syllabus, believe me, you're not getting a job there. And believe me, the frustration that you'll be having after that would be very much, because it already took you time to qualify, and now you have to give more time in finding a job. So that would be frustrating. If you want any advice on which courses you want to do, I am here. You can comment on the link below, or what you can do is, you can find my LinkedIn profile, send me a connection request, and let's talk one-on-one, and I'll guide you in which courses that you can do. Act fast and act now, because if you delay it, chances of you getting a better job, chances of you getting a much satisfactory job would be very less. Also, I have various job groups that I run, so in case you want to join them, you can also ping me here. My mobile number is 860-193-2907. You can directly send me a WhatsApp, and I'll add you in my job groups. And that's all for today. Leaving you with a thought that I want you all to act fast, and I want you all to get benefit from the things that I am giving you up. That's it for today. Thank you very much.